and read the other scriptures, but always read John, because his is the testimony of Christ. And 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John also will tell you some. 1st John is the prominent one, because the apostles wanted you to know that the one whom they followed was the Christ. And they saw him crucified. They saw him dead. They saw and witnessed the resurrection. Mary ran into him, didn't know him at first. He even talked to her until he mentioned her name, Mary. And then she recognized who he was. The Apostle Paul, who made war against the early church and even witnessed Stephen's martyr, the Lord appeared to him, and he became absolutely convinced. Part of the reason is he went blind temporarily. And the Lord told him what to do, and he went and he waited. Then this Christian came along, laid hands on him, and said, "The Lord Jesus has sent me for you to receive sight." And he prayed for him, and lo and behold, he got his sight back. So of all the things you're looking for, the wars, the rumors of wars, all the trouble, all of everything that makes up the end of days, the biggest thing the Lord has to tell you is take heed that no man deceive you. We got deception everywhere in America. We got deception everywhere in the world. And we know now from the tapes that were released from the J6ers that that whole thing was contrived. We know that Pelosi and Schumer and the others lied through their teeth about January 6th. We know from the tapes they didn't break in. We also know that the January 6th committee purposely destroyed certain videos that made it look like their story wasn't correct. We know that. We even know for sure, absolutely, and it's been proven. They wouldn't listen before. Now that it's all over with and the trouble's done, they've proven how simple. There was an expert the other day in the news that had shown those in Congress how easy it is. I think it was Congress. How easy it is. He took a pin and he changed the vote totals. And we know of thousands and thousands of ballots in various places being found. And of course, you know, there's people that still deny it. I have relatives that don't believe it at all. I don't care. No sweat off me. If you want to believe that it's all a hoax or that we're nuts, I don't care. It doesn't matter because I know the truth. I also know the guy that was in charge, and he actually broadcast what he was doing on the internet, and I saw it because I'm on the internet all the time because of our shows and all the stuff we do. And he said right on there, Trump is not going to win. I made sure of that. And there was a whole bunch of ballots. And he was changing the totals on the machine, too. But see, the Democrats would have nothing of it, and the Republicans wouldn't stand up for anybody. Trump kept insisting they cheated. That's the way he is. People got sick of it, so they hated him. Now, let's go over here at the end of days. You're going to have to make a decision, because there's going to be a lot of people come through. Certain individuals will call fire down from heaven, do all kinds of things to make you think that they are the chosen one. You better not believe it. You're going to regret it for all eternity. That's why he tells you twice. Let every word be established by 2 witnesses. And the Lord tells them twice. In 3 sentences, he tells them twice. That means pay attention. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. We've got wars and rumors of wars all the time. But it is troubling. And you have to work not to let it trouble you. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. That's just the way it is. For nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. So you have Hamas attack Israel. And then you have a number of other countries that are in there. You have Saudi Arabia concerned about it. You have Jordan concerned about it. You have Iran, of course, concerned about it. And you have threats. They're all going to attack Israel and stop it. And you have China threatening Taiwan. You have Russia threatening Ukraine. Ukraine begging America for more billions. What the hell did they do, excuse the expression, with all the other money we gave them? We're giving them money, but we don't even care about our own border. We've now filled up America with enough people to overthrow this country. And yesterday, of course, if you go down to the border where you can cross from America into, Mexico. Now, see, I was in the service out in San Diego. I know very well where the border is down there. Because the Navy told us plainly, stay out of Tijuana. If you go across the border and you get in trouble or break a law, you're going to be down there. We're not going to come and bail you out. You're going to be over the hill. So I know that border. I never went into Tijuana. So these trucks broke through. And there was 3 of them lined up. Well, there was one sitting there, but there was a whole bunch of them. And they looked like the kind of things that we would farm in the old days. We'd put stuff in. But these were filled with illegals. And as they ran the border, they were all cheering. You could hear them. And so they're going to enter into wherever they crossed. Because there's more than just one place. And of course, as the practice is, they'll cross the border, go over to America, they'll all get out and scramble. But see, the thing of it is, there's a whole pile of them that have credit cards worth $5,000. There's a whole line, and of course, the certain church charities are helping Biden to take care of all these. Now, see, the Catholic Church came out many years ago and thought America needed to be socialist and that every church needed to be Catholic. And I heard that personally from the Pope at the time. So now America's invaded. Nation is going to rise against nation. Kingdom is going to rise against kingdom. There's going to be famines, pestilence, earthquakes, divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. The beginning of sorrows. This is the phase that I call it. I don't break it into anything. I don't tell you about a pre-trib, mid-trib, post-trib. You want to worry about a pre-trib, mid-trib, post-trib? Go right ahead. I don't worry about it. I go according to what the Lord said in John. He was talking to him about going away, and he says, if I go away, he was going to prepare a place for him. But this is the part. If I go away, I will come again and receive you unto myself, so that where I am, you will be also. But in another place, he prays to his Father. Father, I pray that you would not take them out of the world, but keep them from the evil. So make sure that he's coming again. He says so. But he's not going to just willy-nilly take you out of the world at any time. He's going to receive you unto himself. But not everybody. He said to keep them in the world. And I pray that they'll be kept from the evil. So at any rate, many are going to come saying, I am Christ, or the Anointed One. There's going to be wars and rumors of wars. You don't like it? That's it. It's going to happen. The Muslims are ready for worldwide jihad. And we have our border wide open, and Biden and the UK have been bombing the Houthis. Don't you think the Houthis and the others know where we are? They know very well the news. They're not stupid. Well, yeah, gee, I don't know where America is. Yeah, get your head out of your butt. It's time for people to wake up in the church, in the pastorate, in the Bible schools, in the Catholic Church, everywhere. Because this is just the beginning of sorrows. This is your wake-up call. There's going to be deception. There's going to be those that'll look like Christ and act like Christ, but it's not going to be Christ. Christ is coming in the clouds. That's the difference with his army. And there's going to be rumors of wars and wars. You know, you're going to hear these rumors of war all the time. And that's what we're hearing today. Don't be troubled. But the problem of it is we do get troubled. But these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. And then he goes on to say, nation against nation. Nation shall rise against nation. Kingdom against kingdom. There's going to be famines, pestilence, earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Now see, we already have the jihadists, the Muslims, who threaten everybody with killing them and chopping off their head. We cover the persecuted church. We know what they're doing overseas. The governments of men don't seem to care less. I mean, they don't care at all. And the people that run the various organizations that bring aid to the persecuted church, they've tried talking to American legislators and things. And there's a lot of them that are concerned, but, overseas, you get in Nigeria. I've followed Nigeria since Jonathan Goodluck Johnson was in there, who was supposed to be a Christian. Nobody cares. None of the governments care. It's one of those things that happen. They don't have the army, especially in Nigeria. They didn't have an army to fight the jihadists. The jihadists was better armed.